Hi, I am Saroja Angri from Karnataka, India. I am a torture suffering individual. The people who are doing these kind of tortures invisibly, remotely, these are folks from US. The weaponry is from there. They have hired people over here. I want to share today that this is my arm. In the night, what they do is, this is my left arm. At this site, where we take the blood and stuff, so they inject something. This happens almost every day. Though I cover with my arm with some kind of a clothing, they still pierce through, and they deposit some kind of a liquid in there, and that liquid by the morning gets disappeared, meaning it gets absorbed by the muscles. So this is some kind of offense where they're either poisoning me one way or the other, and I don't think it's just to hurt, because to hurt they do different things. That would be in the morning and every now and here and there, and those bumps or macules would be very many and spreading everywhere. So this is my left arm. This is almost subsided. So many different places. It doesn't have to be in this corner. They'll be doing all the soft side of my arm. So there are a lot of marks already left because they continuously do it every day. And again, as usual, they have tanned my arm. They have burned my arm. That is always there. Then also, see that my arms are burned. My arm is not of this color. I never was of this tan, and they have been doing something. They spray something. So I again think that is also some kind of a poisoning. Here also they kind of dry my hands. This time it is not as bad as it used to be before. So these are kind of lines that I'm getting. I didn't have those before. See, this is all something like a ironed kind of a feeling that I get. The same story with my other arm. And here also they do these kind of offenses. And also, let me tell you, occasionally I want to take a picture. What they do is they beam something on my phone, so my phone cannot take a clear picture. If I take with somebody else's picture, that's fine, outside or something. But my phone, they don't let me take a picture because the way the zooming process, when I touch it and it zooms to the proper, but then it comes out of it. So it is not a setting, I can tell you that. But they have been doing this, and again, as usual, my feet are kind of burned and microwaved, and so it's the thing. And also, if you see here, I have put a sticky tape. What they do is here, in this one of the nerve that stems out here, that comes to here, that goes directly into your sacral position. So they usually try to attack me. If I expose this one to air, I immediately get burn sting. They sting me. There's a person who always follows me, even if I wear the open footwear, they try to put beam right there, and the hurt goes very badly. So as a result, what I've been doing is that I just put sticky tape there. Sticky tape blocks their effort. And by doing it very many times, my feet is its arc has kind of gone somewhat wrong. And then here, this whole the muscle is tender, and this is a continuous offense that they do. I also want to point out that in the morning when I get up, they follow in a way that I usually kind of wrap it up so that they don't radiate me and beam, which they do, but to some extent I block it. But the early morning when I get, when I open it, what they do is that they beam something, so it really scratches like hell. It can be like, so now this is, I have to scratch like this, and then taking the deep muscle with it. I have to do like that. See the noise that you see here? That's how I have to scratch it. So this is no mosquito bite, and these they do it very many in the morning. When I'm going for brushing my teeth and all that, they do. And then also, see, it's not a mosquito bite. It's not the irritation. They beam it, because why I say that beam it, if I take a plastic cover, say for example this much of a plastic cover I have, what I do is it is cut on one side and then it's open on the other side, so I put it over me so it comes and blocks me. So if I take my foot and put it inside like that in the morning when they are trying to do, and cover all the airways that they can get through, so then it blocks. So that's the thing. And when I take it out, and then they start doing burning, like not immediately, meaning they are at this assault process early in the morning. This is what they do. After that, there are different kinds, but early in the morning, this is what they do. And when I am brushing my teeth, it's very short-lived, so I cannot come and protect it. So that is where they target me. In the bathroom, they target me really heavily, even for the shower or for the brushing. This is what they do. So, when I go there because I want to wet and wash my feet, so I am kind of unprotected, and then that is when they target me. Today is May 29th, 2019. I have taken some pictures of radiation to my arms, or depositing something in the deep tissue in the night or daytime. I've taken some pictures, so I'm trying to show them in this video. Um, the pictures, I have put them back in the computer, so I am reading off the computer, so they're a little bit blurry, but you can see the marks and the dots and the bumps. Here is again at the brachial position, so I see there are, so this is how it is starting. So this is my forearm again. This is how it starts, and then maybe a little later, this is what it kind of looks like. Here is my writing. Today is May 29th, 2019. Some snaps on the radiation tortures that are beamed on my body during various times, places during this month. This uses a directed energy weapons. Directed energy weapons are used, that is invisible energy that pass through the walls, doors. Some energy are like heat. They keep, they meaning the perpetrators, the criminals, these U.S. gangstalkers, these race-based deep state criminals that are diluting the world. They have spread it to not only to U.S., 13 other nations. Now they have spread it to developing countries as well. They have a lot of victims in the area. So that's who, and I mean they keep it by my body all my night during my sleep. So by the time morning up, I feel the warmth, and then basically the slow heat, it kills your tissue, it kills your bone, it kills your bone marrow, and that is what they're doing. This is happening every day by day by day by day. Your body gets killed. Apparently, you'll die soon. But there's no mark, and nobody is to prove that they did it, and there is no they per se, because they are doing it in a gang. If it is one person, you take it to the court, but if it's multiple people, it's the entire country, it's your own government, it's your own society structure. So this is very bad. So this is how the targeting is bad. Obviously, it cannot go long, but at this point of time, they have the upper hand. Criminals are lurking around. Criminals or upheld by the government and the nations. So we'll see how this course going to go. So my palms and soles are burned. Chemical air is hosed. For those things, how do they pass through the walls? Those kind of stuff. Please look up the Tesla inventions, or some of these devices like remote neural monitoring devices. You could see those things. I can sometime put the links to that. You could read for yourself. And then also the head. When I'm asleep, they put heavy electromagnetism around my head, into the ears as well. That heavy electromagnetism, it starts ringing in your brain, on the left top of your brain, and then it just goes heavily. This kind of ringing you hear, if they're downloading, it rings a lot, downloading your process, your pictures, your snaps, your things from your brain that they download. That's when it starts ringing heavily. And when they have set up the electromagnetism heavily, that time also it goes loud in your own head. So this to the head, the electromagnetism induced, and then my scalp is poked with the energy. So they do the energy beaming. So what happens when it does? Then you have dips. I have when they drill these into my scalp when I'm asleep. But this morning I will have number of marks or the dips that I can feel with my finger. this is what I am trying to say. So I'm going to move ahead. So I'm going to show some more pictures of my arms during the various days, various times. This is how they radiate me. They follow me to different homes when I go to my friend's place. Even it could be at night, it could be at daytime. I can sense them where they are coming, what angle they are in, and when they are trying to do this, I can sense that, and then I move away myself from that area, and wherever I am standing in the new place, because I want to continue to have my life. I'm not going to be sitting and crying, because that's not going to be a solution. So they turn around, they come around. This is what happens, and then in a different somebody else's home, I don't have this plastic to protect me. But if it's in my home, I use this plastic that I put around me, or I just pull that through. So now their radiation cannot get through. But if I'm in my friend's place, this is what happens. So this is my arm, then again arm, and this again is my arm. So you can see all that. That blur is from the lines going through. That's my computer's PSI. So that's what it is. I'm going to show some other ones. See, this is another day. See, this hand at this point of time, this seems a little bit more bugged. My whole arm, this seems to be inflamed. This is inflamed a little bit, but this is heavily because it's even more front side of the arm. See, these are all the things. This is where they have put energy beams. So those are the information that I'm getting out of the beaming. So here is another day, another kind of a stuff. There is a bigger bump here, so this is the deposit of stuff. This is like like they're spraying with the high energy and with the force, so that what happens, whatever that's happening, that just gets inside the dermal area. So when it is inside the dermal, that it has gone in, our body naturally responds to with the inflammation and trying to absorb whatever is in that area. So this is what they're doing. Basically, this is poisoning. So this is also kind of poisoning. See, there's two different bumps here. So all kinds of things are there. So here is a palm that I'm trying to show. Here, these are the lines that I didn't have before. These radiating like this. These are the ones that I didn't have. See, these ones I didn't have. I barely had. I didn't have. These are all because when I'm asleep, my palm is open. They see there is this white thing, that those kind of white residues, or when they pass through the a beam of the electric radiation, and so occasionally this beam can go underneath, and that time you have a different mark, and then this whole thing can be swollen. So this is constant heat. They're putting them slowly. They're drawing my tissue up. They're trying my body. They're drawing my muscles up. This is what is happening. So I could make this picture bigger, but this is what I mean. Okay. So these are the lines 1, 2, 3 that I had, but there might be one little here. But these things is crossing all over here, here, here. This is not normal because sometimes they go away. Where if I protect myself from these people, see these kind of lines. These are also any little bit, all these lines, because of them drying me continuously, putting the heat thing to my body. This is what has happened.